What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our Chelsea preview here on Anfield Agenda. This will be the Reds' first official game as the newly crowned Premier League champions, which means we can expect a guard of honour at Stamford Bridge. Over the course of this video, I'm going to give you a bit of an update from Arne Slot ahead of the game. We're going to go through then and do my predicted 11. We'll finish up with the score prediction, and in between we'll give you a fact file on our opponents as well as their recent form and our recent head-to-heads. Sound good? Well, don't worry, your weekend has now officially started as well. You'll be watching this one on the Saturday, which means we won't be live tonight, but we will be live from 3:15 p.m. on Sunday for the watch along. Hope you can come along and join us for it. It's bound to be a fun one. Right, look, we've a load to get through. I'm not going to hang around. Let's get straight into a fact file on our opponents and, of course, our recent head-to-head. So, Chelsea are winless in their last 10 meetings with Liverpool in all competitions, drawing 7 and losing 3. Only once before going longer without a win over the Reds from 1985 to 1990. Arne Slot could become only the third Liverpool boss to win both his first 2 Premier League games against Chelsea in charge of the club after Bill Shankly and Roy Evans. Chelsea have not used a single player over the age of 27 in the Premier League this season, with this run of 34 games the longest by a side in Premier League history, which, as you can see, means they're building a young squad there for the future, and I hope it isn't a successful one. Of course I do. I'm a Liverpool fan. You wouldn't respect me if I said I wished them the best of luck. Now, let's look at the head-to-head and our recent form. Starting off with the head-to-head in the Premier League this season. At Anfield, it was Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. In the EFL Cup last season, it finished Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1 after extra time. And in the Premier League, it was Liverpool 4, Chelsea 1 at Anfield. And at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea 1, Liverpool 1. Now, Chelsea's recent form working from the bottom up. In the Premier League, they drew 2-2 with Ipswich Town at Stamford Bridge. Before that, they had a 2-1 loss in the Conference League to Legia Warsaw, but that didn't matter because Chelsea had done the damage in the first leg. Premier League, then it was Fulham 1, Chelsea 2. Chelsea 1, Everton 0. And last night, well, as I'm recording this on the Friday, it's last night, it was Dewgarden 1, Chelsea 4 in the Europa Conference League. So, going to plan for Chelsea in that competition. They are currently in the Champions League qualification places, but this weekend will have a big impact on that. And because of that, I'm expecting Arne Slot to go, well, strong, maybe not full strength, but still strong. A bit of an update, Conor Bradley has trained and will be due for selection this weekend, so he is back in the mix. It'll be interesting to see whether Arne continues to go with Trent or whether he brings Conor Bradley back in. And with that in mind, my friends, let's start having a look at my predicted 11. Right, we'll start off as we always do with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. Again, not really expecting a change in the goalkeeping department. It will be Alisson Becker. But I do think we may see Ibrahima Konate given a rest and Jarell Quansah put in the shop window or given an opportunity. I'll let you decide which one. But either way, I'm going to guess that Arne Slot will give Quansah a run out alongside our captain, Virgil van Dijk. Now, I'm not saying this is the 11 that I would pick, but Arne did hint to a few changes, and that I think may be one of them. Now we'll move into the fullback positions. As you can see, I've made a change there. I would bring Conor Bradley straight back in. Reason being, like I've said all the way through, it seems as though Trent Alexander-Arnold is off to Real Madrid. Nothing has changed as far as I'm aware in that regard. So why give him the minutes? Give them to Conor Bradley. Let him build up more repetition. Let him get more minutes in his legs. And let us see if he is going to be the future in that department. So for me, Conor Bradley at right back, and at left back, I'd bring in Andy Robertson. I think Costas has done well, but this is one game a week territory now, and I just like the idea of Robbo playing, to be honest with you. So I will put Andy Robertson on the left-hand side, because we also want to see Robbo's end to the season, because the club will look to whether to extend his contract or not. He's one season to go after this season, and every minute is going to count. Into midfield now. So this was a difficult one because I was very tempted to try and squeeze Harvey Elliott in, and he may well get a chance to play in this game, whether it's from the bench or whether he starts or not, that remains to be seen. But I've gone with Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister because that's the strongest midfield we have, and we do have a duty to the Premier League here as well to make sure that we are competitive against Chelsea, and I don't think Liverpool are going to want to lose their first game after becoming Premier League champions. Arne's going to want to keep the standards high and try to chase down the maximum points that we can. So I wouldn't change too much in the midfield, hence Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister. but I wouldn't be averse to seeing Endo given a chance. I wouldn't be against seeing Elliott given a chance. And I have rolled the dice a little bit up top, so we'll move on to that now in a moment. Start off with the wide positions. I think we will see Luis Diaz on the left, and of course Mohamed Salah on the right. But what does that mean through the centre? Now look, maybe we see Cody Gakpo on the left. I just think Diaz is the man with the hot hand at the minute, playing really well. I'd keep playing him. If he plays Cody, as always, absolutely no issue with that. Cody Gakpo's a wonderful footballer. On the other side, well, Mo has records to be chasing down and breaking, so we continue playing Mo, of course. We want him to have as good an end to the season as possible. Through the centre, though, I had options. Could have gone with Darwin. Honestly, I'd rather walk on broken glass. Could have gone with Diogo Jota, but I think he may be sold in the future, so what's the point? And then, of course, we could have gone with Cody Gakpo as well, but I don't think that's his most natural position. So, I've rolled the dice and said, well, let's give Chiesa a chance. We've seen reports to say that it was the Plymouth Argyle FA Cup game that was one that, shall we say, worried the coaching staff at Liverpool. So let's put him in this game against a good club with the first team around him and see what he can do and see if he will be here or if he can show Arne Slot that he deserves to be here next season. So that is my 11, ladies and gentlemen. Alisson Becker in goal, Bradley at right back, Robbo at left back, Kwanzaa and Van Dijk in the centre back pairings, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister in midfield, Mo on the right, Diaz on the left, and I want Federico Chiesa through the middle. Just give him a chance, Arne, and see what he can do. So that is my 11. Now, of course, we got to go across and give you guys my score prediction. Again, there is more at stake for Chelsea in this game than us, but Liverpool won't want to lose, as I mentioned, the first game after being crowned Premier League champions. That in mind, it was a difficult one to come up with a score prediction. Never want or going to predict Liverpool to lose unless I think it's a very, 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 very likely possibility. So what I've done for here is pretty much sit on the fence and go Chelsea 2, Liverpool 2, and we can mosey on then to look ahead to some more games against the likes of Arsenal, Brighton and Crystal Palace. So that is my preview, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 2 is my score prediction. Again, that is my starting 11. Conor Bradley will be back and available for the game, and we will have a full match day rundown as always here for you. Starting the watch along from 3:15 p.m. Then we'll go into our match reaction where you guys will have a chance to vote for your man of the match, as well as submit your Anfield Agenda player ratings. And we'll finish the day, as we always do, with a stream or a news video that night. If there's enough to justify a news video, we'll do that. If results dictate a stream, we'll do that. But we will decide fully on Sunday after, of course, consulting with your good self. So that is it from me for now. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Much love, my friends. Really do appreciate you tuning in, and of course, all the support you give us here on the channel. We'll talk soon. Take care, ladies and gents. Bye-bye.